Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. A little midday money on a Monday. Monday. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring that bell so you know when we post a free pick video here. Or not the free pick video, but the midday money show. In the comment section, we got the shirt link, the $31.20 steel link. Go get it. It's also in the description of this video. Podcast is down there too. Or just go to your favorite podcast channel and type in Midday Money. Find us. Give me a follow. Why wouldn't you do that? It is not hard to do. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. You can see the free picks there as well. You'll get your sides and totals. You'll get your player props as well as here in the chat. But give me a follow on the Twitter universe. Come on over. The water's fine. It's mid-April. Of course, the water's getting nice. It's summer. Almost summer. All right, let's start this off. I'm going to take a drink. So, recap for yesterday. 2-2 in the video. That's what happens. What are we going to do? We get couple winners. Well, the nice winner was the Reds plus money. So that kind of made us a little plus money here. So now in the video, 26 and 30, down $30. Player props. We had a losing player prop day, but this is what happens. You put a bunch out. We're still up though. 74 and 115 plus 1025 in our player prop stuff. Today's picks. Here we go. We're going to come right back in on Cincy plus the 162. We'll fade Atlanta. A little bit of a losing streak. I don't want to lay 195 with a team losing. I'll take a 160 doggy. I had to raise yesterday. I had them the day before too when they blew a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the ninth as well. So obviously I'm a glutton for punishment. That's how I roll. I like a little pain. It's like when you play with that little thing on your hangnail you get there. You start screwing around with it. It hurts, but it feels good. You press down on it. I don't know. I like that kind of pain. It's fun. Yanks, Cleveland. First 5 under. The 4 minus the 120. Baltimore, Orioles. You got to fade Oakland. 4 straight losses, but again, I'm not going to come in here and say, let's take 180 faves. So I will take a run line with the O's. And I part of me was like, I thought about taking JP Sears here and a little plus money with Oakland. They're off back-to-back 11-0 losses. I mean, you're not scored 22-0. I'm really not looking to back that team. I don't care what the price is. Run line, even money, a little plus money. Sure. Orioles, yes. San Diego. Now, I don't like betting it off of a big series beating Atlanta. Darvish is a guy I could give or take. Don't really love him that much on the road. That being said, they've strung together a couple wins here, right? They win 3 straight over Atlanta, something like that. They played them pretty good. And the Mets, let's be honest, you had a nice cupcake series there over the Marlins. Hey, come home for your home opener. Beat up on a bad team. Now, Padres slightly better than Miami. And honestly, Scherzer, and if we see these homers and totals, like just craziness, and again, we're a week and a half into the season, and this goes for Darvish as well. I think these kind of guys are going to have a problem as the season progresses. Mets as a team's going to have a problem. You're going to these established stars are going to have a problem with this pitch count kind of stuff. I don't think Scherzer's really gotten a grasp of it. His starts have been so, and I had him. I said, "Oh, let's take him the run line over Milwaukee. The Mets off a bad game. Come in here, get a win." No, he couldn't do that. No. So against a disciplined team like San Diego, they walk. I'm going to take the Padres plus 120. The D-backs, what is that? 3 straight wins over the LA Dodgers. Again, the Dodgers a team. We like the under on the Dodgers. We like the Arizona over. Gallons on the hill here. We'll back up. Now, I want to lay a number here versus Wade Miley? Not particularly. I mean, this is a tough one here. It's 140. It's a reasonable number. On the flip side of that, you got Milwaukee, who's playing pretty good. Okay, they're in off. They're 7-2 on the year. They were hitting a little bit. I don't want to just totally discount their record. I don't do that. You beat the teams in front of you. You hit the ball. Super. For me, though, I'd rather go plus money with Gallen here with Arizona. I'm still not a believer in their lineup yet. Look at the averages. Look at them. They're not hitting that well. And again, it's the Dodger staff. Wade Miley wouldn't, even on the Dodger staff, he wouldn't, I don't think, be that well. Uh, Journeyman kind of guy. I think Arizona playing against some. I believe in the momentum and carrying over to the next day. You're coming off a big series win. Letdown, I don't know. It's a young team. I don't think they're kind of getting that spot. Not a week into the season. No, thank you. Give me Arizona plus money. And the Giants. We just talked about Hollywood here. And, I love Urias. I mean, let's pencil him in for an 19 and 4 year, whatever. But do I want to lay 145, 150, whatever it is with LA here on a losing streak versus Logan Webb, who, okay, he might lose this game. Fine. He's going to be in the game, though. That's the thing. I'm going to get 6, 7 innings and 8, 9, 10 strikeouts from the guy. I'll take a shot at plus money versus a team on a losing streak. It is just that simple thinking for me there. Player prop wise, a couple here on a Monday. Right back to the Tampa, Will. Below, not below the belt. There's 2 lows. We're taking the B, plus 190. Ribbies, Paridi, plus 190. Franco, 175. Arozarena, plus 185. Lowe's a cat. I kind of like. He sometimes bats leadoff. Like Diaz also for them. He hits, but you don't know. He could be batting first. He could be batting eighth. Like Jose Siri, sometimes you toss out here. I don't know the lineup, but I think 3 of these guys are going to be in the 2, 3, 4, 5 range here. Lowe's a question mark. Maybe he bats lower in the lineup if Diaz is leading off. I am not a Nick Pivetta fan. I don't care. He's off to a nice start. The Red Sox, to me, bad team, bad bullpen. I think we'll see some runs. Obviously, yes, the Rays beat up on some bad teams. But you're swinging the bat. You feel good walking into that batter's box. I'll take all these guys. Nice big plus money ribbies. St. Louis in Colorado. Now, we don't like St. Louis, but Colorado's not a really good team. Herman Marquez, I'm not a big Herman, man. I'm getting Gorman, Walker, 2 nice youngsters. They're hitting 140, 140. Yes. A Goldie low 115. Arenado was a minus 105. Even a Goldie one was like, you see, it's late. He's batting third or fourth, but I got him behind here. Gorman and Walker will be your 5-6 type hitters here. Late addition, I just think they're going to score some runs. We saw a couple runs scored here with the Washington Nationals playing up here. We saw 7-6, 7-6, a 10-5 game. Of course, that was after a 1-0 game. Do I think the Cardinals are a little better than the Nationals? Yeah. Is their pitching a little better? Probably. But that being said, it's Steven Matz. You don't know what you're getting with him. More like Steven Mess. He could be good. He could be bad. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Jackass. Not only what my wife calls me, but we could call a lot of pitchers, right? You have a good outing, you have a bad outing. What are you going to get? I'm getting some runs here. Colorado hitter, I'll grab Montero. Yes, Crone and Blackman, you could grab those guys, or Chris Bryant. I'm going Montero. I think he'll probably be in a 5 or 6 spot. If Matz gives up some hits, he'll be in a position to drive somebody in. Plus a 170 spot. The D-backs against Milwaukee, as I mentioned. Not a big Wade Miley guy. Ageless Longoria. Could be in a cleanup hole tonight. I'll take a 150. Rojas at a 210 clip. I could not find a Perdomo. He was not listed on BetMGM. Now, Rojas is the hit leader on this team. Again, he's played 6 of their 10 games, so sometimes you're same with Perdomo. He's been in 7 games. But I got a pair of guys hitting over 400. Perdomo leads the team in ribbies. If he gets in, and we're getting him in the plus 170 to 200 range, much like Rojas, you had to take a look at him. I got the little question mark next to him. I wish he was there. I'm throwing it out there. If you see him later, be like, oh, I think, why do I know this guy's name? That's right. Higgs mentioned him. He leads their team in ribbies. That tells me he's getting some clutch hits. He's hitting over 400. I'll take a shot at $2. Same with Rojas. Apparently, there's some NBA coming up. And I'm going to bring Tim in. We'll do some NBA. But the whole Maverick, whatever happened the other day, like, oh, they got to take away a draft pick. I'm sorry. Did the Trailblazers shut down Damian Lillard 3 weeks ago? I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, did the Philadelphia 76ers take 3 or 4 years to trust the process to like draft guys? I mean, so they're going to get on the Mavericks for one game? Is this a joke? This is absolute joke. This is why, again, I'm not some like cancel culture, boycott something kind of nonsense. This is why I don't like the NBA. Forget about the fact that from September to they got to start in September to January, they're up against NFL, college football, and college hoops, 3 sports that I do significantly better than NBA. Again, NBA record this year. Where are we? 18-21 on the sites, minus $44. I don't love NBA. How do you take this joke ass league seriously? We're going to go after the Mavericks. Everybody else sitting guys out left and right all season long. Oh, what's the difference between the Mavericks and the guy out on the last 2 games of the season and like load management throughout the year? Or the Sixers did for years? Or Lillard, any of these teams. It's ridiculous. And people want to just run. I got to beat the NBA today. What the hell is wrong with you people? I mean, I joke about the bad beat refunds and people screaming fixed on missed field goals, all kind of nonsense. The NBA is the absolute complete joke. How do you want to put a nickel on this crap? It is beyond me. Beyond me. I know we got some serious stuff we'll talk about. I know how you feel about the NBA. I just totally.
I bet it, but I will be honest. I think I've watched all of 2 games this year.
I mean, I joke like we come in here. I'm like, I can't bet it. No betting allowed. I don't know who's suiting up, and this kind of stuff. They're talking like tomorrow's game with like Minnesota's playing tomorrow, right? Minnesota got their playing game. Or no, they're against the Lakers, right? They got that's on what, Tuesday or Wednesday, the Laker game.
Tomorrow is Atlanta, Miami, Minnesota, and LA.
I mean, you got guys throwing punches on the sideline. Nobody gets it, and I don't. I'm old school. I mean, I'm old enough to remember brawls and no one get injected during games, clotheslining people, and it would just be regular 2 foul shots. Let's go. Who cares? You got a broken leg? That's all right. Get in here. But like the NBA, you're gonna come down on the Mavericks. What is that? That's?
I mean,
explain that to me.
It makes no sense why you would want to go back on them. I mean, you had
how many teams are tanking this year?
Damian Lillard was hurt for most of the year, and then they shut him down. He's probably still hurt. Let's be honest. He's probably still injured. So he's probably out. They shut him down probably for a good reason. So that, I mean,
how many times have we seen some derelict lineup get rolled in after a back-to-back?
Oh my God!
That's not any worse than what the Mavericks did. Say we're gonna play Luka for a quarter for Slovenian night or whatever the hell they had, and then take him out.
I'm surprised they didn't keep him in the entire game. The guy's going for the scoring title.
Are
you kidding me?
What? Stupid. I just do not get it. When I saw stuff like that, and then it was like, oh, because of this Reddit thread, the Mavericks pulled this guy. Like, you believe that kind of nonsense? Like,
I don't listen to any of that stuff. I think it's all garbage.
This league is a joke league. Teams start tanking in January.
Yeah, we saw. I mean, you saw a couple teams start tanking earlier. I mean, the Pistons were eliminated from the beginning of the year. So,
well, the race is on for the number 1 pick. That's okay. That's okay.
It's the same in the NHL for the tank for Bedard. No, I understand it because you got a couple of teams that are just awful, but they don't sit players. They just suck.
Yeah. No, the NBA flat out just sits guys and does nothing. I mean, the Spurs, the Rockets, the Pistons,
the
Charlotte
Spurs weren't good to begin with.
But I mean, this is you want to talk about competitive balance and like, oh, this isn't fair to do to team. What do you you want to talk about expanding? Get rid of. I mean, first of all, 60% of your teams make the playoffs, and a third of them aren't even 500.
I think that's so stupid.
Get rid of 6 teams. You can get rid of 8 teams. Same with baseball. Get rid of 8 teams in baseball. They want big. We got to have more teams. What are you watching the same sport? Am I?
6 teams in baseball, 8 teams in the NBA.
Right. I mean, you get rid. I not just to take out the bottom 8 teams. Like I think the Jazz still kind of draw a crowd. There's other teams you get rid of before. I'd say the Jazz, but I mean, you get rid of easily 6, possibly 8 teams in the NBA and have a better product by far.
Easily. 100% you could. I mean, it's not even close.
They'll never contract. They always want more. It keeps getting worse. I mean, this goes back to even baseball when they brought the Rockies and the Marlins in. Terrible.
I mean, Marlins have accidentally won 2 World Series, though. But
yeah, it's
accidentally
on the whole of it. Tampa Bay, Oakland, Pittsburgh, Kansas City. I don't care about team. Kansas City's gotten to the World Series. Miami's gotten to the World Series. Tampa's got the World Series. They don't spend a penny.
Yeah, and I know a lot, and I don't want to bring my Mets involved. Everybody hates Cohen because he spent so much money, and they say that he's the problem. No. The problem is that these billionaire owners are spending nothing on their teams. What's the point in having the team if you're not going to spend money on it?
And listen, just because you spend money don't mean you got to win. I was a Yankee fan. I mean, Steinbrenner was trying to get guys and trying to compete. It does not mean you win.
Find one Oakland fan that was excited about coming into this year. Nothing. Reds fan. Any excited Reds fans? No. Pirates? No. Oh no, sorry. Pirates got Andrew McCutchen back. That's something to be excited about. Rockies fans? Anything? No.
So we got playoff start.
Yes.
I guess they're playoffs. Ridiculous. Playing games.
No.
Participation trophy games start tomorrow with the Hawks in Miami.
I'm going to take both dogs.
See, I would just leave Miami there because I think they're a better team and they'd be more. But am I betting this game? Because the Hawks, again, you got a coach looking to earn his keep in the league.
And Miami, trust the Heat at home.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing about Miami. Is like, do they? I'm also one that says, oh, you just can't turn things on. So why would I think they cover here? I do like Minnesota tomorrow, though.
Yeah, Minnehaha +7 outright.
I think everybody's gonna be on the Lakers.
They got healthy.
I'm all for no Gobert. I think that helps them. You know, kind of rally around each other with chaos kind of thing for them. I would leave Minnesota there. So we have Knicks and Cavs series lines up here. 165 for the Knicks, -$2 for the Cavs. I mean, this would be a game series-wise. Cavs a better team. Probably defense kind of shows up in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I don't know. As a Jersey kind of guy, and maybe lean to the Knicks. I like to see the Knicks do good as a home kind of guy. I don't know if they're gonna perform.
I think they're one guy off. I think they're one person off of being something special to be able to compete with the top 4. I like the Cavs, but I'm not laying 200. Exactly. I would probably sprinkle Cavs 4-1 and 4-2. Those are 350 and 450.
Yep.
And then 4-3, and then you get 400. But I'm probably not going to end up betting futures on that one. I will probably end up betting the Cavs most of those games. My way of betting futures will be betting them every single game.
Yeah. Nets Sixers. So $6 for the Nets, -9 for Philly. This was interesting because I'm going to pull up my other little banner here. So it says the Philadelphia series in 4 games, and this is BetMGM, plays 240 to go 4. The Philly sweep paid 250.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. If you think the Nets are going to sweep, I'm staying away from the series in 4 bet and taking Philly sweep or the Nets to sweep. You'll be a finisher plus money. Like, I don't understand BetMGM. How is that a +240? Like, who's buying the series to go 4 games or not putting like $1 on the Nets if you think that's going to happen? That's like just a bizarre. In this game here, I think maybe the Nets might take one. So I think that's what I
was thinking.
You know, you could get plus money in 5. Sixers were +$2 for 5 games. I don't think it's bad. And 6 games is +325. If you think the Nets maybe score 2, I don't know. I think one at least.
A little bit too much.
I think if you do again, the 5 is it'd be even money if you put a hundo on each 4 or 5 games. You know, it'd be +250 and then 205. But
I don't know. I'm not going crazy over that one. I think it's 4-0, 4-0, 4-1, something.
Yeah.
I would rather go. I think it's a 4-1. I think it's a gentleman's sweep. I think Brooklyn gets 1 at home.
Yeah, I would lean. I think the Nets. I would think of them as enough of a live dog to take them in the games to cover a couple of these.
Cover spreads, yes. Win the series.
Right now, yeah. Warriors and the King. Warriors are a $3 fave, +230 for Sacramento. And again, here we go. This is to go 6 games. Golden State would be a plus 230. Sacramento plus 1,300 to win in 6. And Golden State has not won all year on the road. How can you come in here as a 3-1 fave?
Thank you.
I think this is going to be a 6-game series, maybe even a 7-game series.
I don't even know if it goes that far.
I mean, you think the Kings win in 4 or 5 games? I don't know about that. I think the Warriors will steal a game or two. I mean, it's not like they're bad.
Kings 4-1, 11-1, Kings 4-2, 12-1. I'm high on this Kings team. I actually went back and looked at my futures for the year. One of the futures I had, and this is the crazy thing, Sacramento, over 34 wins.
Nice.
They finished with 48.
Nice win.
Yeah. I looked back at a bunch of them. Nets under, winner. Milwaukee over, winner. Nuggets over, winner. I had the T-Wolves over, loser. Pelicans were a loser. I had the Knicks under. 39.5. I had the Phoenix Suns under. I had the Portland Trailblazers under. And then my last two were kind of garbage with the Spurs over. I took the Spurs over 22.5 wins. They got up to, I believe, 22. Missed it by the hook. And then
they had like 15 in November. Remember they started out good? Like, look at this.
Yeah, they started off good. I'm like, oh, no way. And then, no.
But they weren't tanking, though.
But no. Well, no, they were, obviously. But no, I like the Kings in the series. How can you back a team that's won 11 games on the road this year, and the last one was a meaningless game?
I know. 3-1 fave. Ridiculous.
No, Kings outright. Let's go.
Clippers, Suns. Clippers plus $4. Suns minus 6. I like the Clippers in 6 at plus $9. Yes. I'll take a shot on it. I can't bet the Suns.
No.
Who's going to get hurt? I don't care. It's Booker 8. Somebody can roll an ankle. Chris Paul. I mean, no KD. If he plays, he's hurt. I'll take a shot on the Clippers here every game as a dog.
Yeah, they're Clippers all day. I think the Suns are overvalued. I said that when they got there. And since I've said that, the Suns are still undefeated when Kevin Durant's in the lineup, but that's not the point. I still think they're overvalued. Yeah, Clippers for me in that series. A 4 versus a 5 is a minus 600.
I know. That's ridiculous.
No.
And for Wednesday's playing, we got the Bulls and the Raptors. Again, I would lean Bulls because I don't want late points with the Raptors. I know Toronto home is a little better, but again, these are two 500 teams.
And then I like Oklahoma City.
You know. And yeah, I do like OKC. Why not? OKC's they're in the playoffs. They didn't as much as they were kind of being a tank kind of team. I don't think at this point
they failed at tanking and managed to get into a play-in.
I think I think they come out and play here. That's the thing now. Are they going to be like, oh, we still got to move up one spot in the tanking of the draft, or will they say, you know what, we're here, let's try to get a win?
Fun.
You know.
Yeah. Can we keep in mind for Oklahoma City? It doesn't matter if they tank. They already have their number 1 overall draft pick.
Yeah.
It was that guy Chet from Gonzaga that they drafted last year and got injured in the summer league. They're going to have him back next year.
That's right.
Oklahoma City team's going to be crazy good next year. That's going to be fun to watch.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's your first overall pick. Don't worry about tanking, Thunder. Let's roll.
Let's see what we got here. First comment, 23 minutes in. Jesse Shule, if you had the Angels last night, I feel sorry for you. I had the Angels last night. They were at, 5-6-0? I had the under, so. And, I was talking to Tim off air. I said, you know what? I messed up on the winning free picks chat I had. I'm like, I text him, I'm like, hey, man. I said the Yankee run line's marked as a loser. I put the Orioles in. So I made a mistake there. And the day before that, I had Angels under, although my game of the day was the Angels over, and I thought the time had already switched over for the games, and I ended up putting this under in again for the second time. So I took an 0 for 3 with my Angels plays because I messed up on the days. I'm done with the Angels. No more Angel bets for me a weekend. Much like the Rockies last year. These guys all but piss me off. I have 58 and 45 on the sports capping, Jesse, right? 13 and 54 on picks probably. It's 53 and 48 plus 512. $800 difference because of duplicate bet and the mess up. Unbelievable. Miz is in the house. Miz. White Sox 7.5 over against Minnehaha with Cease and Kenta Maeda on the hill. I don't want to go over with Cease. That guy, anytime he pitches, he's a guy who just does not give up runs. He gives up no runs. I know he owns the Tigers, but he had 2 nice starts for his mini last year. It would be and I know they're hitting the ball a little bit. Day action in Minnesota, I don't know. Philadelphia over 7.5 against Alcantara and Strom. Oh, Mr. Strom had a huge game versus the Yanks. His second huge game versus Yankees. I mean, you want to go over 7.5? I see an 8, so it might have ticked up a little bit here. I don't know about that one either. I'm not a Philly lineup lover. I know overs are cashing left and right. Houston under 7.5. I can get behind the Houston under there with Framber, and even Ronzi pitched decent, but the Astros hitting still trying to find its way. And O'Neal Cruz, learn to slide, you big dummy. What are you doing? Cleveland money line against the Yankees with Bieber. It would be a run line play for me on the Indians there with Bieber on the hill at 150. Atlanta run line. Again, you'd have to do a run line because why are you going to lay $2 on a team that's on a 3-game losing streak and win a 3 at home? I don't want to back that club right now. Arizona run line. I mentioned that to start the show. I agree with you. Michael's in the house. Good morning. Happy Patrick Corbin Day. This guy against the Angels. I mean, the over is up to like a 10.5 here. We saw a slugfest yesterday. Bullpen depleted. You want to go over? I mean, Angels run line, I guess, would be the look here, Bill. Moneyline Markel in the house. Orioles team total over. I don't hate it. A's outscored 22-0 last 2 games. Angels team total over in a 2-teamer. I don't hate it. I mean, the Angels should score against Corbin. And the O's should score against the A's. Although, like I said earlier, I sort of like JP Sears a little bit. But sign me up for Angels on the run line. I have it right here in the chat at a plus 110. Thanks for the Reds money line. Never in doubt yesterday. Easy winner. Reds yesterday. That makes up for the Reds the day before as a 2-0 lead in the 9th gets evaporated. So we deserve that one, Moneyline Markel. Rich P just finished this marathon hitting the lake all around. Yes. Hit the like button on all the channels. 3 channels. Michael, Pirates money line. Yes, you have to take the Pirates. We got to fade the Braves. Excuse me, the Astros offense. I do not hate fading the Astros offense right now. I know Framber's good, although I had a bunch of Pirate player props and White Sox player props yesterday. They all came crashing down. I took an 0-5 in that game. Led to a small losing day because of that. Mets 125. I do not like them in that spot. Padres are hot. Reds plus 170. Fade the sliding. Braves, Marlins minus 110. You got Alcantara. It's tough to get a bet against him, but again, the team does not hit a lick. Sox first 5 with Cease. I don't hate it. I like Cease a lot. Giants money line. Yes, fade. The slumping Dodgers lost for shade. And I got an ace on the hill, Michael. Mets, Reds, Sunday Night Baseball fade. Pirates are hot. Webb off a bad start at home. Giants on off offensive days. Yes. The Mets and the Reds game. You have the Padres off the big win. Braves have lost 3 in a row. That's why I like the Reds. I can't lay that kind of number. That being said, the Mets are. If the Mets were a dog, I mean, how about a run line if you want to do that route of it? The Mets to me. I don't want to really lay, even at a 125. And the Webbs, yes, I got you. Laureano, 1835 OPS versus Gibby. It's still the Oakland A's. Is anybody else getting on, Miss? I mean, if you want to do a hit prop on them, I get it. Auto fade Corbin here with the Halos. First 5 run line, says Jesse Shule. Corbin is bad. Michael, I don't love their offense. I got struggles versus East, but if you're giving me the best pitcher in baseball, even money got taken. I understand. it's a team he faces often. We see how he does against the Mets and Braves. Sometimes they get him a little bit. Took under first 5 Marlins. I don't hate that. I don't think Strom's going to have a game like he had against the Yanks, but the Marlins don't hit. Again, the total's an 8. I don't mind. Kevin, no OBJ for the Jets. Does mean no Rodgers for the Jets. Yay. Yeah. Well, why would you pay $18 million for that guy anyway? What a waste. Guy didn't play all. I mean, he's not ever what he's going to be. He's older, he's slower, and he's a. You want that? You want that actor around your young guys? You don't need that. You tell me you can't find somebody, a veteran, a little better at half the price? And why haven't you gotten Lamar anyway? Warriors got the 6 spot. We get the Kings. I love it. Barkley guaranteed, and National TV Kings would beat them. Did he really? Taking Kings money line game 1 after 16 years. I think they'll be up for game 1. Yeah, that's just the big line. We mentioned it. I mean, that's how the Warriors haven't won all year on the road. They're going to start winning now. Over Nats game, yes, with Corbin, and of course the Angels bullpen. And they played a crazy one yesterday themselves, so a little depleted bullpen. Markel, there are faves. Definitely don't like that for the Kings. You don't like that? The Kings are dogs. Eric, I want to take Boston money line, but not get in front. How do you get in front of a team that's won 9 in a row? I mean, I shouldn't say that because you look at Jalen Beeks. You're like, who's Jalen Beeks? I understand, but 130, 140, I don't think it's worth it. 180, I'd say, it's Red Sox could score a little bit. I'd say okay. And Pavetta's pitched okay in his start, but yeah, let's fade the team. They've won 9 in a row. They're due to lose. All right, sure they are. Hosmer versus Castillo prop. I don't hate the Castillo prop or the Hosmer prop versus Castillo for the Cubbies there. Obviously, he's seen him a couple times, being a Padre and Castillo being in Cincy, and then on Kansas City if he faced him in Seattle or wherever he played him against. How many at bats is that though? NBA hates Marcus Cuban, that's why they'll go after him. Yeah, it's a joke. Eric, love it, Higgs. Yeah, NBA. Total ridiculous. I logged in first thing here is what the hell's wrong with you people? Going to be a great day. I mean, it's just that kind of crap, bro. I mean, you hear me say all season. I can't, you asked me how to do the NBA in here. We had a losing 40 and 47 in the video with NBA. I'm 18 and 21 with games I bet in the NBA, minus $44 on $100 bets. It's not something I love to do. I don't. It is ridiculous. Guys sitting out and then this kind of crap. They're going to go after this team. After all the Tankapalooza nonsense that these guys do all season for multiple years. Stop it. Good morning, Rob. Twins plus 102. Listen, I'm a Cease guy, Brandon the Great. I like Dylan Cease. It's a no play for me. I got nothing on this game. Nothing. Not a prop. I know it's an early game. People want to bet it. You got to come in. It's like, hey, look at this. I got a day game on Monday. You don't got to bet it. You don't got to bet it. Is there that much of an edge? It's a pick 'em. Don't bet it, Brandon. Gracious. As Confidence Simmons started this back in the day. Did Cotton start the tanking back in the day? Cotton Fitzsimmons. Gracious, bringing back the names. Kirk, what do you got here? Rose money line, Arizona money line. Listen, Arizona money line for me, it's a little high. We have them here in the chat on the run line plus 140. So that's that. And Kansas City versus Texas. Greinke. I'm not a Greinke road guy. Greinke at home, somehow his 82-mile-an-hour fastball baffles major league hitters. And Andrew Haney, again, not a guy I love. You're getting a nice number. I don't hate it. I just didn't bet it. I don't hate it. I would maybe even look to the over there first with these two guys on the hill. Could be a high-scoring affair in Arlington. Michael, I could do without the Thunderhawks, Jazz, Wizards, Hornets, Pelicans, especially the Pelicans, worst name logo in sports. What do we have? All these. Again, we'll never see contraction in any sport. Unions involved, used in jobs and all this other kind of nonsense. But the product is terrible. And like Tip said, Steve Cohen's ruining the game. They said the same thing about Steinbrenner. You know what? The guy didn't win crap. He won nothing until he got out of the way and let his GM build the team with some veterans. You brought in Ruben Sierra and Cecil Fielder and Rock Raines. You had a little money for that kind of stuff. Yeah, you got money. You can eat bad contracts. Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, bigger teams could eat a bad contract. It is what it is. I mean, the Orioles swallowed what? That Chris Davis contract was ridiculous. But there are way too many teams. Way too many teams. It's terrible. The product is terrible. Even the NBA, the product is an absolute joke. It's a joke. Nobody watches it. I'm a Reds fan. Have zero to be excited about. I like the pitching staff. I like Ashcraft. I like Ladola. I like Green. I like them. I want to see a little more offense. I mean, when they bringing up the big, who's the third baseman? Eli Cruz, De La Cruz. It's Brian De La Cruz is on Miami, but Eli, the third baseman for them. You need some offense, Eric. Gracious, LeBron James said the league should have shaved down teams some years ago. Yeah, they should. They should. I mean, come on. I know. Yes, it's less jobs. The problem is you have a bad product because load management babies. You got guys who can't shoot. Like the league is just about teams getting down and going on runs. Nobody can hit a free. This is why college basketball's March Madness and conference tournaments are good. You got guys who can't hit free throws. Nobody can hit a jump shot. The G League should be a great league if they taught guys how to play ball. Like the European guys know how to shoot. American guys want to shoot threes and drive to the basket. Nobody can do anything else. It's terrible. Markel says no to the Knicks. He likes the Cavaliers, I guess. Michael, I like the T-Wolves. Gobert's out to me. Gobert's like Trae Young. Either none of them play winning basketball. I watched the game and Rudy set 3 moving screens in the last 2 minutes of the game. What a terrible trade for them. Nobody wants that. Good luck getting out of that deal. At least, I mean, can the Nets get some kind of psych evaluation, get Ben Simmons retired because the guy's scared to play basketball? I'm sending him to a mental hospital and try to get out of that contract. Gracious. It's a whole new season. Everybody's 0-0 when you separate the mice from men. Lakers money line, Minnesota +7. LeBron time. Yeah, LeBron time. Maybe like 6 years ago it'd be LeBron time. This time's in a rocking chair, bro. I saw something on Twitter. He hit a shot and then he like put a little crown on his head or something. Somebody's like, yeah, look at this team he just scored this against. Like, LeBron, take it easy, fella. I can't wait till Minnesota wins tomorrow. You know, Minnesota, right? If Minnesota, it's one and done, Tim. This is the playoff. This play-in stuff is ridiculous. Major League Baseball had this crap too. It's one game, right? Is it one game or 3 games? What is it? Best of 3?
It's 1. So 7 versus 8 for both leagues. 9 versus 10. The winner of the 7-8 gets the 7 seed. The loser of it faces the winner of the 9-10 for the 8 seed.
But I hope Minnesota wins, boy. You know they can't have that. You have to take the Lakers out of money line just because you know the league could force the refs to make every call for against Minnesota and for the Lakers.
I don't know. I'll be on Minnesota plus the points.
I agree. Can't stand the Lakers. Moneyline Markel, I don't like the Wolves. They are in shambles. Wolves outright. Thank you, Markel. Brandon Gate, any homer props? Tim Anderson plus 680. I'm not a big homer prop guy. Brandon, I know you can find some good stuff on home runs, big numbers, and home runs are up exponentially right now. I don't know. I like my Ruby props because I fire a bunch of them, and I can be 40 games under 500 and still be up $1,000. You know. Although we dropped a couple, we had a high of like 2,000, and now we're down 1,000. So we do lose some, but yeah, I'm not a big homer prop guy. I'm gonna start getting back into the. I almost want to get into the K props, But with these, I got guys throwing not enough innings right now. It's I hate this pitch count. I hate it. I hate not the pitch count, the pitch clock. Grace, I like those midday money shirts with the jersey plates on them. Yeah, they're on. Go, you could order it. They're on the. It's in the thing. Giuseppe, no Lakers. Take Minnesota plus the touchdown. Vikings plus 7 over the Raiders or the Chargers or the Rams, who's ever in LA. Take the 7 with Minnesota. Eric, Stupid KC made me unhappy yesterday. The Royals. I had them the other day when they won 6-5 with Brady Singer. You know I like Brady Singer. So, again, yesterday, and I sent a chat. I said, I'm not looking to bet San Fran could get swept at home, although Boston did win. Who else was looking to get swept? I don't remember. There's a couple teams looking to get swept, and they're favorites. I'm not taking faves that are on 2-3 game losing streaks. You can't do it. That is a long-term loser recipe right there. Marlins money line with Alcantara. I get it. Cy Young guy plus money, even money. It's a no play for me. If it looks too good to be true, sometimes it is. Tampa Boston over the 8.5. Yes. I mean, Tampa's just hitting right now. And Pavetta had a nice first start, but like someone said, how do you get in front of Tampa? I mean, you want to take Boston plus 130? Is that good? 130? Twins plus 1.5. Travis. I don't hate that because I think Medea is decent and Houston is not hitting right now. You got 3 guys hitting. So, if the first guy hits with nobody on base, and then you get the other guy to ground into a ground out, I think you're safe. So, you want to take a 1.5 in some kind of close game? I don't hate it. I do not know what that price line is, though. As long as you're not like a minus 140, 150, I will agree to it. First game, Kings are -1 versus the Warriors. Interesting. I still like the Kings. I mean, the Kings are -1, but the Warriors are favored for the series at 3-1. Interesting. Scratching your heads here in Baltimore about paying OBJ. Yeah. I guess it's like, oh, let's bring in a wide receiver now. Let's bring in a wide receiver. Didn't play all last year. Played a partial year before that because he's been hurt the last 3. I mean, where are OBJ's numbers? Tim, get OBJ's numbers the last couple of years. I mean, he was out last year, right? He didn't play at all. And before that, he played a partial season with the Rams.
He played nothing.
And he had a partial with the Rams before that, right?
Yeah, he joined the Rams like halfway through the season, tore his ACL in the Super Bowl.
And before that, he was on Cleveland. What did he do in Cleveland? He was second fiddle to Landry, right?
Pulling up his things now. So, obviously, nothing last year. 2021 with 2 teams, which is Cleveland. He was in Cleveland and the Rams that one year. And what did he do? 537 yards, 5 touchdowns. The year before that in 2020, 3 touchdowns and 319. First year, 4 touchdowns and 1,035. He really hasn't done anything since 2016 in the Giants, which was
2016, huh?
2016.
7 years ago.
Touchdowns, 1367.
7 years ago. So he's fresh, is what they're saying. The guy's fresh to come in and be great, I guess.
Oh,
he's fresh. He's good to go. He's be primed for a great
breakout
season.
I'm all right with the Jets not going after him.
18 million for that guy. 10-16 versus Castillo. There you go. I don't hate it. What is the Ribby prop there? See, I like the ribbies, miss. You know this. Folks in the chat, Higgs like ribbies and runs. I'm a ribby run guy. Not an over 1.5 bases. Not a home run kind of prop guy. I think I had one home run prop that I hit. I hit that, I think, Byron Buxton, I think last year, 2 years ago, I had a home run prop on him like plus 450 or something. He hit one for the Twins or something. That's about it. I'm not a good home run prop guy. Michael, thoughts on over Guardians Yanks? Guardians at their bullpen on Sunday and Geronimo's a try. I just think for this game, it is a underplay for me. It's an underplay. Yes, they used up the bullpen, but Bieber, let's be honest. The Yankees have kind of slowed down a little bit. They're facing a good pitcher. This is strikeout all over the place. And yeah, Herman, not super bad. Spring, not a good start. I still like the under here. I mean, the guy went 4+. He had 8 Ks. Yes, he gave up 2 homers. I mean, a .86 whip. I mean, just bad timing, stuff like that. I got to think under. The Cleveland offense, to me, is not some kind of juggernaut. And as much as the Yankees have a juggernaut offense, they're a all-or-nothing kind of team. And you're going to get a lot of nothing versus Beebs. I had the Snakes the past 2 days. Nice winners. I love how the Snakes push the issue and really play hard. A lot of young guys. And again, I haven't really taken Arizona, although we have the over for them on the season, right? What's our over? 75.5. I like them. Truala's in the house. Mike Trout, home run prop, good number. That one, listen, what's the home run prop on him, Drew? What's the number? Anything more than 2-1, I think, is worth a shot versus Corbin. I mean, pick a guy. Pick somebody. What's Hunter Renfroe? 450? I mean, I would take a shot on a bunch of Angels guys if you're getting good 3-1ers or whatever. Lakers money line over T-Wolves is a lock. Giuseppe, the pen is at Giuseppe. Giuseppe Marola. Giuseppe, do you put ketchup on spaghetti? You gravy or sauce guy? All right, Lakers money line lock. Oh my goodness, it's a double lock. All right, Giuseppe. Miss, to me, worst contract in sports: Davis, Baltimore, Watson, Cleveland. Yeah, the Chris Davis contract was ridiculous, and the Deshaun Watson one, just because it's guaranteed, gets a lot of hate. Jerry Jones, you take a page from Steinmeyer's book. As a matter of fact, he should have taken the pages 15, 20 years ago. Seriously, ruined the whole team. It's terrible. Nathan says the Rangers stay with Andrew Heaney. I can't lay 175 with Andrew Heaney. Wolves house of disappointment. Yes, it is, but the 7, and granted, the league wants the Lakers. They need that show. They love it. That's all ratings bonanza. It's Hollywood. I get it. I just, when everybody's down on you, you rally around each other, and you kind of step up. That's why I kind of like Minnesota plus the 7. Mike, I watch every Warriors game, but I'm a Raiders-Giants fan. Being a Raiders fan is a curse. Giants are boring. Can we get an All-Star game? Payroll's 190. Name a player. Go ahead. I'll wait. For the Giants? A player on injured. Where's Mitch Hanger? Is he on the injured list? He's injured for them? I mean, Conforto? Yastrzemski? Longoria? You better be ready to outpay Steve Cohen. You got to sell Ohtani on the West Coast and the community up there. Like, I don't know if there's more Japanese and Asian up there than there is in New York, because it's closer to Pacific. You got to get him. You have to, after missing out on Correa, Judge, Swanson, everybody. You need Ohtani. Gracious, could you imagine Magic Bird or Jordan just took nights off for the hell of it? Seriously. This guy's played 82 games. Kevin, Higgs on fire. They got me laughing. It's Ben Simmons. Seriously, Ben Simmons. And that's not, I mean, I saw somebody, I remember I said something earlier about some college kid who sat out with like anxiety. I'm thinking, my freaking anxiety. Like you're playing college ball. Women are like chasing after you, throwing bras at you. Like, I mean, like porn stars in your, like, so, and again, I not to knock people's mentality. And again, I'm in my 40s. We grew up, we joke, right? We played outside all the time. We just did. Ben Simmons, how isn't he should just retire? If I'm the Nets, I'm looking to get out of this contract. This guy has some kind of psychological problem, and not to make light of it. And if you don't think he does, you're crazy. You're the problem. You're the person with a psychological problem. The guy doesn't shoot. I'm going to court to get that contract annulled. Hi, yeah, we play. This is our sport. Let's show him. I show him highlights of Michael Jordan, LeBron James, whoever. This is what guys are supposed to do: shoot the ball, dunk it. This is what that guy does. What are you doing? Get that thing voided. Cleveland plus the 1.5, Travis. I think Cleveland could win here with Bieber. All right, I'm assuming this is the Indians. You want to take plus 1.5? I mean, I'd rather lay 1.5 than take. I mean, if they're minus 150, what are they plus 1.5? Minus 280? What is that number? Oh, here we go. Minus 1.5. Yeah, okay. I don't hate the run line there, Travis. Yes. Rob, I'm a Laker fan. I'll be taking the T-Wolves plus 7. Exactly. I mean, take Minnesota. Lakers, Cowboys, Blue Jays. Those are my teams. Jersey. Oh my goodness. Now, see, because I'm a Cowboy fan in Jersey too, and when I was young, I mean, let's be honest, Grace, you probably agree with this. My friends, when we were in those years, 7 to 10 in the early 80s, Cowboys were in 3 straight championship games, right? So we kind of saw them on TV. We didn't have satellites and NFL Network and this kind of crap, Red Zone. We weren't going to the bar that had a satellite dish. You saw the Cowboys because they're in a championship game. My friends, Redskin fans, Raiders fans. We had a couple Steeler fans. No Giant fans whatsoever. We had some Jet fans. Remember the Jets in 81? They had like A.J. Dewey. They were a pretty decent team. Against the Dolphins. They were in the Mud Bowl or whatever. Mark Gastineau, Joe Klecko. That team, I mean, I remember that kind of Mud Bowl game. Everyone wants to be like A.J. Dewey, like blocking the Ken O'Brien or whoever the hell he blocked. So the Cowboys, that makes sense. When you're a young kid, you want to be a winner, and teams that are good were on TV back then. It wasn't like today's games. Lakers, the same thing. Listen, I like the Sixers in those early 80s. I mean, Moses Malone, Charles Barkley came. I love Charles Barkley. The Blue Jay one to me, yes. Blue Jays fan since 93. I mean, what is that about? Hi, Blue Jays are winning back-to-back. Are we a Blue Jay fan? That's just wrong, gracious. Kevin, Higgs on serious note. Has the book ever thrown a break your legs back in there? No, I mean, they'd say, listen, we've lost money and they want to get paid. You just work it out, I never got that. Come on, well, you'll get nothing. What do you do? I can't work if I have a broken leg. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would they do that? And I've never known anybody get anything like that. They want to get paid. Slow pay, they don't care. They'll reel back your limit, and it'll be what it is. Legend, hey, Yanks over and Tampa Bay money line. Talk to me. No Yankee over. Give me the under here with these 2 pitchers, these 2 lineups. A lot of strikeouts. Where's the strikeout prop? Can you get over 15 combined strikeouts on the team? Tampa Bay money line, no. Run line only, Tampa Bay. How are we taking a money line? $2. Actually, it's only what, 160? It's not terrible, but I don't want to lay it. They're hitting the ball. I will go run line. Just handicappers don't take a day off for anxiety. If you don't have anxiety, you're probably not trying hard enough. Seriously, I mean, I don't know. Do you have bad days? Yeah. You get annoyed? Sometimes I do. You see me sometimes. I get frustrated here with my college basketball February was just a total cluster. Like every game I was 2-4, 1-2, 3-6, and half point, 1 point was just. You got to shake it off if you're going to last. I mean, Jess, come on. We've been doing this for 20-something years. It's and I don't think people, they can turn on and be like, this guy, he can't bet. He doesn't even care. He just lost 5 in a row. Bro, man, if you can't take a loss, don't bet. Again, I got more losses than you'll ever win in your life because I've been for so long. It's like people don't understand, Jess. We lose, you got to deal with it. If you can't deal, don't do it. You're going to have losing days and losing streaks. Or he's at trouble lefties loading up tomorrow against Grayson. Grayson, the youngster on the hill tomorrow, huh? Michael, Otani. We'll come in second like we always do. No Harper, Judge. The reason we got Bonds back today was because his dad and Godfather are Giants, like how the Reds got Griffey. You never know. I don't know. I think that's a decent spot for him. Terrell, LA getting run out of the gym. Big Cat with Edwards, move on. King goes down. I agree. We're taking Minnesota, true ally. You're wrong busy if you have anxiety. Right, Legend? I mean, come on. All right, shall I get back to work? Michael, you have a good one. Not even watching NBA until the finals. Miz, I don't know if I'm going to do any series bets in this round. I'm going to come in and probably take some dogs, like I just mentioned here. Listen, I'll take the Kings against the Warriors. I'll probably take the Lakers tomorrow. Um, Again, games I bet on in the NBA, 18 and 21, minus $44. I don't love betting NBA. I doing this show for almost 3 years. Been saying it the entire time. Not where I make my money. Gracious, here we go. San Fran. We don't hate it. Dodgers on a losing streak. Milwaukee, I don't like it as I'm missing. Diamondbacks are hot. Wade Miley's going to slow down the. I know Arizona's telling me they're hitting, but I shouldn't say slow down the offense because it sounds like they're putting up 15 runs. I just don't want to take Wade Miley there against Zach Gallen. The Nats. Oh my goodness, gracious! Look at this. Tampa Bay and maybe the Rockies. Holy cow! Gracious got big bucks. He's got money like Train Smoke. He could just go in and take this crazy parlay with Washington and the Rockies. He's got a psychological problem. Seriously. Gracious. In my neighborhood, you can't change teams. It's frowned upon. Once I made the Toronto move, that was it. I couldn't switch. I was 17 years old. Yeah. You can't be jumping on squads like that. 17, too. They gave you, you're old enough to know better at 17. All right. I'm out of here. I got to go do a show on the Picks Parlay channel. Have a good one, everybody.